We're live. This is the wood where you get what, Shabisky?
Wooded so good.
This is true.
See.
Pimpy Claus is in the house.
See.
The senor. And we're
He's
joined.
really Santa. What?
We're joining this motherfucker.
What?
I messed up. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Fucking fuck.
You did it.
Fuck.
You did it. Naughty, naughty. Santa knows he's naughty.
Maybe we should discuss, like, why are curse words even considered curse words? Like, why do we take these specific words and treat them like?
Because we do.
These specific words are the words
Are you
that you're
about
not
to be
supposed to say on
pedantic
TV.
before we even finish the intro?
I'm Gene.
It's the only time where the guest actually interrupts me is on Thursdays. I can't even get my intros and shit out.
That's what makes it funny.
No, but it's not.
I think Shad thinks it's funny.
I think Pimp yelling at you is funny.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
him getting
people,
upset's funny.
I like people yelling at you, Gene.
Oh,
I think we should get a big cross and nail you. You know that. I think that would be funny. We could do
Go Arguar on his ass.
Yeah, we could leave you hanging up there for a couple weeks or whatever, however long.
I think War just fucks with him for the concert. It's just a show, but I mean, cool.
Set it
No.
on fire.
By the way, we're doing a very short show tonight. We're only going about an hour, and then we're out of here because I don't feel that great. And John Morgan is AIDS.
Pimp's always being just really verbally abusive towards me.
Poor you.
If I'd be glad you aren't near me, I'd be physically abusive towards you. I would probably hit you at least 3 times.
I'm like Stockholm syndrome. I'm like stuck in all these abusive relationships.
Poor Gene.
I have a fuzzy ball.
Is it only one that's fuzzy?
Yeah.
Yes, he has 4 fuzzy balls now.
No, the other ones ain't fuzzy, Bubba. I saved those fuckers. It's my sexy Santa. Because I cover one eye up.
Use suspenders. But the sexy kind of Santa wouldn't wear a shirt, just the suspenders. But you can wear a red shirt if you want, but you should wear no shirt and the suspenders.
I'm
Just
gonna
saying.
No, I'm just gonna go butt fucking naked, nothing.
No
But
suspenders?
Black boots on, that's it.
We're going risky business. No underwear, though?
Yeah. And got my sack, of course.
What do you think about the fact that there's more historical evidence behind Saint Nick, behind Santa Claus, than there is for Jesus?
I think we should
Start
a religion, a new one, where PIMPMUNK
He's
is
a
Santa Claus.
saint. That would be the case for any saint, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Then,
Are
but
you familiar with Catholicism?
Wait, what's that?
Like how they saint people? That's all more recent. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they got a saint for every fuck thing.
yeah.
They do. But you talking about proof of Saint Nick, dude? The history of Nicholas Claus, or whatever the fuck his name was. He was just a fat dude that built a couple of kids' toys, and then the legend got started.
Like
what-
Krampus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. If probably like molested children, to be truthful.
The way
You know
history
what's
works,
kind
that
of
wouldn't
fucked
shock
up?
me.
That's probably. Oh my god. And he was Catholic. And he built toys
Truth.
for kids. Holy Jesus Christ, Pimp.
Truth. Look, now you're
Dude.
talking about Jesus.
Dude, what's that one stupid TikTok guy's name that we don't like?
Why do you keep talking about TikTok?
Shut up! I'm trying to have a conversation with my friend PIMPMUNK. Okay, leave me alone, stranger.
You talking about
Okay.
Oh, I'm not
modern
involved.
I mean, you're here too. You can listen, but he needs to ignore it all and shut up. Okay, what? What's his name?
Oh, okay.
Modern warrior.
Yeah, I saw this stupid ass do a TikTok against him, and it was just the dumbest shit ever. It was so fucked up. I think it was a white dude or whatever, but his stupid thing was like, doesn't this guy give you predo vibes or whatever, you know?
You
Pedo
that guy
Fredo?
is the
Yeah, I'm obviously.
modern
You
patriot.
guys fucking
dude.
stink like shit. Like you just fucking got on a stream for. I was saying that on purpose. It's like I'm trying not to say the word. Stinkies.
Oh, okay. But did he say that or did the other?
He
Did
said
he
the
say
right
the actual
word.
word?
Yeah,
Oh.
he said the right word. But and
That
then
dude's name is modern patriot.
oh, so
He
you seen
created.
it? And then he's like, show me proof he isn't one. It's like that's not how this works.
God.
Like that's like you're the dumbest motherfucker
Based on that
ever.
logic, we can assume that everyone
Anybody,
is a pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah,
He took G-Man lessons.
And then
Is that what you're saying? Took G-Man lessons?
yeah. It's just
Well,
like
that's a appealed possibility fallacy. It could be true, therefore it is true. And you're negating plausibility. Out of an infinite supply of possibilities, it's plausibility that we should be the most concerned with. What do you think about that, Pimp?
I don't think about it much.
I don't think about it much.
But
But yeah, that
Yeah.
logic is so flawed.
well, the dude's an asshole, but I don't think he's a fucking pedo or anything like that. That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But he's an asshole. I
He's a
mean,
racist and an asshole.
I don't like him. I don't like him. What the fuck? But there's a lot of people, on there and on YouTube that are. I mean, they have the right to say whatever they want as long as they're not harming people.
Well, they
it's
should.
stupid.
He should. I feel like if like my video got taken down, he shouldn't have the right to say what he's saying. If I don't have the right to say that I think it's offensive. That's a dumb thing. Like he's allowed to go around and call every white guy he sees a colonizer, but I can't say that I'm offended by that. All of a sudden I'm silenced. It's like what? I'm not allowed to be offended? Like like everyone else is allowed to be offended. Somebody I got my first time like being in trouble from uploading a TikTok.
I bet I know which one it was too.
Which one?
The horse dick one.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was,
As soon as I seen that, I knew you was getting in trouble for that one.
it's just but it shouldn't be.
Well, the reason you got in trouble is because they probably considered it harassing the other content.
Yeah, it was
creator.
bullying and harassment that it got.
Yeah.
Here, I can play it real quick.
He had like she was sucking his dick.
No, well, yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I need to turn up the volume.
She was milking a cow or something, and Trubisky had like it was his dick.
That was quick.
All right.
Oh, God. I don't want to associate with Shab anymore.
So it's a
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
as soon as I seen that one, I knew it was going to get him in trouble. Because I've had
it was
way
blowing
less
up.
than that to get me in trouble.
Yeah, it was stupid too because it was blowing up too. It was getting like 100 views a fucking minute or something at some
that's
point. Then all of a sudden,
true.
boom! It got taken.
Yeah,
Take
one
it
of my
down.
fastest growing one was that fucking wiener one. And
Yeah.
man, that some bitch was blowing the hell up, but they got me for harassing and bullying.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine said. And it's like,
Um,
god damn. I bet if I contact
said-
Harassers and bulliers.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money, dude. I bet if I contacted that bitch privately and said, "Hey, look at does this bother you? Would you be okay with that being up?" She'd be like, "I don't care." Probably. She'd probably seen a million dudes make jokes about it. Like, well, I saw some dude do a joke where he watched it and he's like, "I don't know why this, but I really like it," or something like that. And that was his response. And I thought that was okay, but I thought my thing was a bit funnier. But then
It was funny, but
yeah, and then that
TikTok.
gets removed, and it's like I wasn't trying to be mean to anybody. I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I hate that. I hate doing my job, and I feel like I'm doing a good job.
Can you contact the people when you're making videos and be like, "Yo, I'm doing this. Is it cool if like you think it's funny? Can you look at it first?"
It still wouldn't do no good if TikTok finds it against the terms of service.
Yeah, I bet that chick didn't even.
Stupid.
That chick that made it probably didn't even see it.
Well, I mean, look what happened here on YouTube to me at time when I did a Pimpisha video acting like I wanted to have lesbian sex with Jacqueline Glenn. Jacqueline Glenn laughed at it, liked it, and everything, and they still fucking.
Y'all are friends.
Yeah, they still suspended me for fucking 6 months over it.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
So yeah. I think if you make anything that has any like sexual connotation, that's harassment, and sexually harassing somebody makes you a rapist.
John Morgan.
I love the way he says stuff like that because it's like I know he's joking, but he says it in such a calm, like manner or whatever that it's just like
somebody. Sexually harassing someone doesn't necessarily make you a rapist, but it does make you.
No, raping makes you a rapist.
It makes you an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, Pimp, my dry voice sometimes works in my favor when it comes to comedy.
I didn't think it was funny though.
Well, Shab did.
Yeah, but Shab's stupid. You know this. And
Shab says he never thinks I'm funny, but like
Shab gives you what we call sympathy laughs, right?
I told him this.
I don't give a shit enough about you to give you a sympathy
But I'm
laugh.
a sweetie pie, so I make sure to give him some sympathy laughs so he doesn't.
No, I'm joking. Sometimes I get dry humor. I love British comedians, so I get dry humor. But there's also still got to be something. Like animation of some sort. And me, I get you sometimes, but most of the time you're just annoying.
It's kind of hard.
Damn, Gene. You gonna let him talk that way about you, bro?
You can't. Nobody can disagree with me this month because I'm Pimpy Claus this month. I will not give you gifts.
Oh damn!
What kind of gifts do we get from a Pimpy Claus?
Oh, Pimpy Claus.
Sperm cookies.
Sperm cookies. Whoa.
Yeah.
Sperm sprinklers.
Gene, why you say
Sperm.
You don't want some
get, like,
sperm
herpes
cookies
and stuff.
What?
How dare you, John Morgan?
What?
Pimpy Claus doesn't have herpes.
Pimpy Claus is going to give us all his STDs, all his gonorrhea, and
Pimpy Claus doesn't have STDs. Pimpy Claus has never had an STD in his entire fucking life. And I have fucked a lot. But I've also used condoms and protection.
I don't think Pimpy Claus is being honest.
No, I have never had any kind of STD. It's a wonder. I got lucky a few times. I did have an AIDS scare one time.
Oh my God.
I did have an AIDS scare.
You had to knock on wood?
Yeah, I heard somebody that it came back to me that somebody I'd slept with in the past had AIDS. And that we didn't know when they caught the AIDS. But apparently she caught it like after we slept together. So,
I mean,
I took tests. I took an AIDS test.
Well, isn't it like really rare, even if
It is.
Yeah.
It is rare for a woman to transfer it over to a man, but it can happen.
That's that DNA transfer we talked about, that Pimp.
Yeah, it can happen.
That mostly goes to one way.
But it's much more likely that I would pass it on to a woman or another man because of the injection of sperm.
That's why like when AIDS first originally was an issue, like they called it like the gay man's cancer
Yeah.
because it was
The
mostly
blood,
affecting.
seeing the blood transfusion, the
Yeah.
transfer in that medium, unfortunately, does make it easier to transfer. It's not that they're more susceptible to it, or that it's just that it's easier to transfer because you're putting
Back in the
even into the
80s,
bloodstream.
and back in the 80s, safe sex wasn't as.
Well, you don't have to worry about pregnancy if you're a gay man.
Yeah,
What's
and
there to put a
then,
condom on for?
and then it worked
Anything else gets cured by a week of pills.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But we didn't, because when it first came out, they didn't, they didn't know what the fuck it was for long.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was very fucked up for a long time. It still is a fucked up thing to get, but
Yeah, but people aren't wacky and afraid of drinking fountains and shit like they were in the
No.
80s.
no, exactly. No, back in I remember I was a young kid, right? Like, really little, and I remember people getting treated like shit.
Mm-hmm. Not even giving them a hug, acting like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, people were fucked up back then.
I mean, they didn't know.
the fear of the unknown.
To be
That's what
fair,
it
the
was.
information was still at even when the information was out there, people still
Yeah.
did it that way for a long ass time.
Yeah, but the fear of the unknown when it first came out, right? Nobody knew.
Oh, that was nuts.
It's like for a minute there, people seemed to be like scared of COVID. Now, like a lot of people ain't scared of COVID no more. It's
Yeah, I
like-
think the AIDS scare was far worse as far as people's fear.
Yeah, I agree.
Now imagine something as like deadly as AIDS being transferred as easily as
As
something
COVID.
like COVID.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
And yeah, and there's viruses right now that do exist in animals, and if they ever do, like, get into humans, it
Be
can
fucked.
Yeah, we'd be fucked. I mean, like, seriously fucked. Like, there was one, I can't remember what it was, but I read about it a while back, and they said like 80% of the population would be wiped out if it got. But it's like highly unlikely that it would ever get into humans, though.
Till it does.
Until it does, yeah.
Till like
Sure.
North Korea invests in some kind of like genetic mutation program.
Why are you blaming the Asians for? Why are you adding to the Asian hate?
I don't know. Like most of the world's population is Asian, so I can't be racist towards them because I'm a
Slightly.
minority.
I know what you're doing there.
What?
But we're going to leave that one alone. But I
What?
do know what you're doing there. And then I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with you the point you're trying to make. You can't be, racist to the majority of people, the majority, which is bullshit, but still. But, whatever. We're not going to get in that goddamn discussion. I do believe, what is Ricky Red? All I seen was Jeffrey Dahmer. That knocked me off my track for a second. I looked over to the chat room and seen Jeffrey Dahmer, and I was like, what?
We got Jeffrey Dahmer in the chat.
Died November 28th, 1984, so Morgan Tabiri. Jeffrey Dahmer died on my birthday? I did not know that.
Pimp's really excited about that.
Yeah.
It's kind of true, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's a neat fact.
Yeah.
No, but I'm actually the Trinity Killer.
Somewhat believable.
See, a lot of people won't get that reference either. But I watched Dexter, by God.
Oh. I was thinking.
I'm watching the new Dexter too, and it's actually really good too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was afraid it was gonna not live up, and it's actually really. The new Dexter is really good.
I think I said Trinity Killer over the Zodiac Killer, but yeah, the
You said the Trinity Killer was a fictitious serial killer from Dexter.
the fourth season. That was the best season.
Yeah, it was a good season. And it's weird that they call him the Trinity Killer, which he killed in Forbes.
Because they didn't know originally. They
Yeah,
found that
that's
out
true.
later.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is true. It was one of the. That was probably the best season. I agree.
Yeah, the guy who played the Trinity Killer, like he was really good. And
John, what's his name? John
Lithgow.
Lithgow. Yeah, John Lithgow. It's an amazing actor, by the way, because look at that character he played, and there's many other characters he's played that's serious. And then he also played in Third Rock.
Wasn't he in Harry and the Hendersons too?
Harry and the Hendersons, yes, he was.
That was an
terms
awesome
of
movie.
endearment.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's a really phenomenal actor. Also, I want to recommend something to you, John, because I know you like me. You like definitely everybody definitely check out True Story on Netflix, starring Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes. That movie is, I mean, it's a 7-part limited series is what it is. It's a 7-part series.
Yeah,
Fucking excellent. Excellent story. It's really good. Now, I figured out the big twist pretty quickly, but it's still a great performance by a bunch of people in the show. So yeah, I watched that, and what else did I watch? I've been watching Dexter, and of course, I've been watching Survivor.
I'm watching like the Dexter New Blood.
Yeah, Dexter New Blood is what I'm watching. It's really good. Really good. And I was watching this show on Hulu. It's an ABC show. And I didn't realize it at first, but it's just it's like a spinoff of Grey's Anatomy, but Station 19. It's actually pretty good, but yeah.
Speaking of Dexter, like, did you think the last season?
Horrible.
Like, yeah.
Horrible. That's the reason I was kind of happy that they decided to bring back the show, because I wanted to make up for the last season.
Yeah, the last season was just all over the place with the writing. Like, all the other ones...
Stupid.
Yeah, all the other seasons, you could tell that they had, like, some kind of outline for, like, a beginning, middle, and end.
It's like they didn't know how to end it. It's really like they didn't know. A lot of shows are that way, though. And I find it very rare that, like, you never find any series that doesn't have, that at least has one bad season. The only one that I have found that doesn't have a bad season, in my opinion, is Sons of Anarchy.
Breaking Bad.
I was going to say maybe Breaking Bad. I was just about to say maybe Breaking Bad. However, I think it was the third season. It wasn't as good. It didn't add up. I think maybe fourth season. I'm not sure. But it was still good. It just wasn't as. But Sons of Anarchy, now, me personally, I think the best season of Sons of Anarchy is season 5. A lot of dark shit goes down. But, yeah. Nicolas Cage has been cast in Dracula. Really. Oh, I'll tell you something else I've watched. Tiger King 2. By God, I watched that.
How was that?
It's okay. It wasn't. Okay. Carol Baskin definitely killed that motherfucker. However, Don Harris was a sorry sack of shit, by the way. The man that she's accused of killing. Come to find out, they deep dived in a little bit more about him. He was going over to Costa Rica and fucking 15-year-olds.
Classy.
He was going over fucking children. So he's a sick
why else
bastard.
do you have a private plane that you don't chart the flights for to routinely fly out of the country?
Well, he was transferring animals.
Well, there's something illegal going on, period.
Yeah. But, dude, and everybody that said that Joe Exotic tried to hire them to kill her has came now. Even that one dude, Jeff Lowe, they're all saying that they lied. They all lied on Joe Exotic. He didn't do it. Now, don't get me wrong. Joe Exotic's still a sorry son of a bitch for what he did to tigers, what he did to those animals. He killed animals. He was an asshole. He's a piece of shit. But I do not believe he tried to kill that woman. But yeah, it's
very informed on this topic.
Well,
I watched the show, but I was
everybody got
really
really
stoned.
intrigued. It was like really intriguing because at the time there was nothing else to do last year, right? Or in 2020 when the documentary first came out. And it was like
and we all talked about it so much. Curiosity killed the cat. I had to watch it.
it was right when the shutdown happened. Everybody was stuck in the house, and this is the two biggest things that came out of 2020: the Tiger King and TikTok. For the adults took over TikTok. That's what happened. People were bored in the house, didn't know had nothing to do, so they found something to fucking do. But
go
ahead.
You have all these like parents complaining about how their kids are just in front of electronics the entire time on the like, and it's like, what else are they supposed to do when they're in lockdown inside?
And yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, now I mean, last year especially, you know, when all the lockdowns was happening. Yeah, I can understand people being shoved in front of, but even though I'm very addicted to technology, I do believe we need to like unconnect sometimes.
Unplug, yeah.
We need to unplug.
A lot of the stuff I'm doing on my computer is just stuff I'd be doing the same thing, but like in a different format if I didn't have if I didn't grow up in the digital age. So it's like instead of listening to music on my computer, I'd be listening to it on a cassette tape. Instead of reading stuff on my computer, I'd be reading like physical print or magazines. Instead of listening to podcasts, I'd be listening to the radio. I mean,
but the difference, though, here's the difference of okay, when I was a teenager, right, internet wasn't as big of a deal as it, of course. We listened to music like that, but we did it with friends. We didn't sit in a bedroom by ourselves.
And to be fair.
Yeah, but if you were on
a shut-ins, but you know what I'm saying, that even though we're more connected, we're also more disconnected than we've ever had.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying
100%.
like if there's a lockdown in like the 80s or whatever when you don't have internet, they still wouldn't be listening to music with other kids because you'd be in lockdown.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not trying to sound like an old dude saying, oh, this technology is ruining. I mean, I say when people say the real world, I mean, the internet is real world. It's so
I'm legit concerned about metaverse, to be fair. I don't want everybody to turn into some weird sitting at home buying skins for their second life that they never leave their house and weird tactile shit starting to happen. Like, I get the uses for it, but I am worried that that's going to go too far.
It could very well.
What if we have robots take care of the planet and humans just live in these virtual reality pods? And we just live in some virtual heaven. And
you're not going to get no presents.
Well, what's that? If you can't tell the difference and this virtual kind of reality heaven that everyone lives in.
And there lies the problem.
What lies the problem? And then we're not depleting any resources. We're just kind of like
not living.
We're tube fed. Yeah, it's all level of.
How can you say that the society we live in is unhealthy and then promote that?
If you're in a virtual reality pod,
you're in a virtual reality. Look at you disappearing in your background.
No, but I'm saying that if you're in some virtual reality where
background is eating you, John Morgan,
you're not able to tell the difference at all between actual reality. It's like you're in a city, you're in a house.
Yeah, look,
you're interacting with other people. It's
Gene,
not like on the internet.
Says, that's the plot of WALL-E, Gene. That's the plot of WALL-E.
WALL-E.
Hey.
Yeah, but they're all fat and they're not part of a.
Yeah, that's our future when you don't get up and leave the house because you're strapped in your sensation suit with your goggles on, living in Second Life or Metaverse or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Reality, so the physical reality that's
it's also the plot of the beginning of the Matrix and shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm just no good movie starts with "this is okay."
Yeah, you're using fiction.
I mean,
as a-
fun movies. Yes, science fiction. Why do you think that is? How many times have people been like, "What's that?"
Avatar was not a good movie.
Who says that?
I say Avatar was not a good movie. Me.
You don't like tall blue people running around trying to save the nature?
Thought it
I
was cornball as hell, to be honest.
I thought it was an okay popcorn flick. I don't
thought
think.
it was a bad translation of Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, Dances with
Dances
Wolves
with Wolves
is a really
an
good
excellent movie.
Yeah.
It was an excellent movie. But when you turn the indigenous people into big, tall, blue giants, it's kind of fucking stupid. It kind of made a beautiful story dumb.
Well, I mean,
They
there's
kind
no
of
such-
Ferngullied it.
Well, there's no such thing as an entirely original story.
See,
And-
Gage knows Ferngully's better anyway.
I don't know, Fern Gully, I think's kind of bad.
Oh. Suck
But
it. Suck it, John Morgan. Ferngully is
I don't know.
awesome.
My sister had
The
had that
baddie
movie
rap.
when I
How
was
can you not
younger.
like the baddie rap?
Oh my god! And she watched it so many fucking times, and she was
What?
like 4 years older than me.
He's got a rocket in his pocket and he needs to scratch. Ow. And he just
Whoa.
can't stop it. That was a fucking excellent. Robin Williams' best song ever.
I liked Watership Down more than Fern Gully.
You're disturbing.
What?
As
You
a
know what?
child?
You know what
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies as a kid was? Willow. You don't remember Willow Raisin?
Oh, Willow. I thought you said hello.
Yeah.
Willow.
Said Manova. I'm like,
Willow,
what?
take me back.
Take me back.
Take me back, Willow.
Dude, Willow was fucking awesome, dude. I loved Willow.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Laura Devon.
Yeah. Willow was awesome. Yeah, see, Monty in the chat room says Willow was amazing. Yes, it was amazing. To me, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid. You know, I loved that fucking thing.
I like that. And was it Troll? With the house where the whole apartment building goes all like there's like all the nature growing in it, and the upstairs lady is some witch that has to fight all like the trolls that are making everybody turn into
Yeah.
like fantasy creatures.
You remember Little Monsters?
Yes, that was another good one.
I love Little Monsters.
Drop Dead Fred and Little Monsters were two of my favorites for years.
I love Little Monsters,
These
bro.
are all movies I actually haven't seen, except for isn't Willow the one with Kevin Warwick, the guy that played like the Ewok?
Yes.
Okay.
There are a bunch of little people in that.
Yeah, a bunch of them midgets, but the main midget was Willow.
The main midget.
Yeah, the main midget
Very
was
easy.
Willow.
You're so offensive.
Half people, sorry. Trubisky always loves when I tell that joke, the half people joke. But anyways, Little Monsters. You've never seen Little Monsters, John?
That's some good shit. Did you ever see The Wiz?
The Wiz. But the Little Monsters stars is Howie Mandel as it's weird, but it's awesome. It's like the kid becomes friends with the monster under his bed.
Oh, this is
Fred Savage is the kid.
Yeah, the Savage Kids.
Yeah, Howie
I've
Mandel.
never- I've seen people do reviews of this. This, like, according to every like review I've seen,
Good movie, John.
it says it's got a 44% Rotten Tomatoes. Pretty much everyone that I've seen review it.
We don't care about that, John.
Whatever.
See, here's
We're
the
watching it next movie night. That's what
Okay,
I
I
watch. John.
haven't seen it, so I don't know.
We don't. Dude, I'm honestly anybody who goes to Rotten Tomatoes to watch him and decides to not watch a movie because people don't like it is stupid, in my opinion.
Well, if you're going to invest time or money into a movie and there's so much stuff to watch, I mean, I think
John, there's been movies where everybody hated it and I fucking loved it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I agree. There are movies that I like that don't get the best reviews, like the movie The Fall. That's one of my favorite movies that get good reviews. But I'm saying, if you're going to go to a theater and you're considering what movie to watch, don't you think if you take all the movies that have like a 70% and above on Rotten Tomatoes and put them in a hat, and you take all the ones that have like a 50% below and put them in a hat.
I like to find out for myself.
Yeah,
I've
if
always
you
been that way.
haven't
006
seen the
has a good
movie,
point.
If you haven't seen the movie, how do you know? Like, you're
Monster Squad is another one that goes on that list. Fucking love that movie. I watch that almost every October.
Frank Dank,
It's
you're
like-
right. Some
I
bad
tried to
movies
get them
are
to
great.
watch that for the October movie thing, 006. They ignored me.
I don't know. Like, I use reviews to determine which movie
Sorry,
I'm going to see
Peppy.
in theaters, and people I go to watch movies with say that now that they've gone with me, they actually enjoy seeing movies. They didn't know that there were so many good movies that have come out. Like, we went to the beach, and there were like 3 different theaters that were on the main road, like the hotel we were staying at, and like all the mainstream films were at all the theaters. But then I had to like convince them, and like the first day they're kind of cynical, like, oh, I don't know, and you had to go to a specific theater for the good movies. And the movies were American made with Tom Cruise. It was Dunkirk. Another one was Hell or High Water. One was Logan Lucky. So it's like they watched all those movies and they're like, damn, like we should have just listened to you. And all of those movies, you couldn't just go to every theater and watch them. You had to go to a specific one.
Was a good movie.
Yeah, and like I used reviews to look up, and it's not just like, hey, which movie has the highest Rotten Tomato review? I would look at the actors, who directed it. I'd watch the trailer, things like the genre. Like, hey, what kind of genre is it? What I'm in the mood for? But the thing is, using reviews to some extent to be like, hey,
I don't do that. I'm not saying you're a bad person for doing it, John. I'm just saying that personally, I like to kind of discover if I like it or not on my own. I don't want to be like led to something, because people jump on bandwagons of hating things or liking things that, just because everybody else liked it or hated it, right? Well, I'm not that. Like, everybody, when fucking Waterworld came out, everybody hated it. And I was like,
I think it's
I
good.
don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a decent movie. It wasn't the greatest movie ever made, but it was okay.
But that's the way I feel about Avatar. It's just like,
well, I thought that was shit.
Well, they were treating it like it's this exceptional film, and I'm just like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was
Ferngully's
shit.
better.
I don't know about that.
It's like that fucking comedy Schindler's List.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I definitely think that that's a well-made movie.
I just think there's way better movies out there about the Holocaust and stuff than Schindler's List. But when you talk about those type of movies, everybody always says Schindler's List is the first one they always mention. Well, I think there's movies that's just way better.
Well, even if those you think they're better, it's still Schindler's List can still be a really good movie, even if those other really good movies are.
I don't. And first of all, I'm not a big Liam Neeson fan. Except for Taken. I have a certain set of skills. But the original Taken was great, but after they came out with 2 more sequels, how many times could that one bitch be kidnapped? God damn!
That's the same with 24. I loved the first season of 24. I didn't watch anything after that because I swore when I watched the first one, this is great. But if they keep trying to carry this on and don't vary it enough, I'm out. I watched the first episodes, maybe the first couple episodes of season 2, and I was like, nah, too much shark jumping coming up here.
I'm gonna tell you
the first season was excellent.
I like 24. I'm gonna tell you a show that everybody loved. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people loved. And every time I sat down and tried to watch it, I can't get into it. And that's Prison Break.
I've never seen it.
A lot of my friends you gotta watch Prison Break. But every time I try to watch it, I just lose interest in it so fast.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean it's not good. I just lose interest in it. It's I've never watched Lost.
You're missing out.
I
tried getting into Lost. I did think, I don't know. I thought it was kind of stupid.
Nah, you're kind of stupid. We forgive you.
What? No,
I'm teasing.
I don't know. The entire movie, it seems
Not a
like,
movie. It's a TV show.
I mean, yeah, the TV show. It seems like throughout the entire series, it just seems like one big gimmick. It's just them kind of pulling you along, like, oh, what is it? And it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. The way they do it, it comes across as so transparent.
Really?
Yeah.
How much of it have you watched?
I watched up to the third season, and it just seemed like
I've never watched the first episode of it, to be honest with you.
August. What's up, August?
I'll tell you a show that now, and I just lost it. My mind just went blank.
Oh, The Hatch is the best, 006.
Mad Men. I love that show too.
I need to watch that. I need to watch that and the Sons of Anarchy because you said both of those are good, and they're not that long.
Yeah.
And each of the seasons are only like 10 episodes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're made for they're on cable FX and shit like that. So yeah, but Sons of Anarchy is my favorite show of all time. That's my show right there. It was The Sopranos, and well, okay. Now, by the way, earlier I said there ain't many shows. Well, there is another show that didn't have a bad season. That's The Wire.
Oh, yeah.
I've never
that's
seen
set
that
in
either.
Baltimore.
Yeah, The Wire was an amazing show. Amazing show. You've never seen it, Reagan? Oh,
I need to get Shab to watch that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
It doesn't really make Baltimore look good. A lot of people.
Well, no, it doesn't make Baltimore look good.
A lot of people, when I tell them I'm from Baltimore, like they bring up The Wire, and they act like I dodge bullets every day.
Yeah. It's like any movie or series ever made about the state of Mississippi. There's nothing positive about none of them. It's always, what can a black from? It's like
Fight Club. They shot a lot of that in Baltimore, and Edward
Fight Club is awesome. Everyone should watch Fight Club.
Well, y'all just
Fight
fucked
Club's
up.
one of my favorite movies.
First rule of Fight Club.
Y'all just talked about it.
Yeah.
Well, some people haven't been educated.
Yeah, like
God.
you guys.
But it is awesome.
God damn it.
It is awesome. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Brad Pitt's an excellent fucking actor.
Yeah.
12 Monkeys was fucking good too.
Yeah,
There's a
Brad
bunch he's
Pitt.
been in that's really fucking good.
Brad Pitt is a phenomenal fucking actor. Everybody knows I'm a Quentin Tarantino fanatic. But his, in Inglourious Bastards, fuck, that's awesome. His performance, we gonna kill us some Nazis. Love that shit. And then in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that movie is amazing.
I've never seen that either.
I went to the theater and saw that, and when I walked out theater, I knew that Brad Pitt was going to win an Academy Award for that movie. I knew he was. I said it, and he did.
What about 7?
7 is great.
What's that?
What's in the box?
Right? I
Shab
love that
watched
one.
7. I haven't had him. It's another
I
one.
love 7. I love 7 is Kevin Spacey is fucking creepy as hell in that movie. He's good. I know Kevin Spacey got some fucked up shit.
And Morgan Freeman was good in that movie.
Kevin Spacey, though, was good in a lot of movies. Like, he was in American Beauty. He was so fucking good in it. I love that movie.
What did you think of Troy?
I love Troy, dude.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Troy. Like I said, most of Brad Pitt's movies I dig.
Yeah, Troy's a film that got bad reviews that I like. Yeah. And I don't think it's a bad movie. I mean, it's definitely not a phenomenal film. It's not deep or anything, but it's a movie that's well made, that's got a lot of great action.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Z Nation was pretty. I'm not Z Nation, but which I like Z Nation, the show. But what's Z World? What the fuck that zombie movie he played in?
Oh no.
Brad Pitt, Z something. World War Z.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
And Snatch. I like Snatch a lot.
Snatch, yeah. You like that?
Fucking great.
You like that?
I don't know. World War Z is probably like one of the best I guess, like horror sci-fi books that I've ever read, and the movie does not do that book any service.
I did.
I don't know.
Which one? I didn't hear you.
World War Z.
I don't know. I thought it was terrible compared to the.
I don't care.
I don't know if
Fuck
like
you,
that
Gene.
book's probably one of the best
Yeah,
sci-fi
Gene.
books
Fuck
written in the
you.
last few decades, and
Oh,
what?
made him feel bad.
You're hurting our feelings, Gene.
Not the way I meant it, but okay.
I didn't-
I like Snatch. I haven't seen that movie though. Gage. He was talking about vagina.
What kind of snatch is he getting if he's capitalizing it? Damn.
Yeah.
But one thing
We
with
need some
Share.
tips. We need some tips.
World War Z, when I got like Audible, like it actually won an award because like the audiobook for World War Z, it's like a radio play,
Yeah.
and they compared it to like the radio play, like the Orson Welles War of the Worlds. So it's considered to be like one of the best, I guess, if you consider radio play out there.
See, that's what happened with the Orson Welles and that though when he read that over the radio, people thought it was real.
Apparently that didn't actually like happen.
It did.
No, like it. I looked into it. Apparently, look it up. That's something that's a common misnomer.
Nope, that shit.
Yeah.
Snopes, really? Y'all gonna go by Snopes? Snopes has never gotten anything wrong. Ooh,
Well, if it's not political.
Snopes is so full of shit. That
I
goddamn website can suck my balls, dick, and asshole.
What are you, some kind of conspiracy theorist, pimp? You've been talking to Tommy?
Okay. I know I'm probably going to sound like an asshole for saying this, but I actually did take a class on film history, and in the class they went over Orson Welles, and the professor discussed the history behind it. So, according to my college professor in that class,
I've heard what John Morgan's saying before. I think he might actually be right on this one. I would look it up before I'm going to speak on it because I need to double check. It's been a while.
John Morgan is never right.
That's inaccurate.
What?
He's pedantic as fuck, but he's not always wrong.
He's a dipshit.
Possibly. The jury's out. No.
Pimpaclaw! I'm Pimpaclaw!
Okay. Pimpaclaw says you naughty.
He did pat his own back. John did literally pat his own back. Oh, his own black too. He has his own black guy he pats every now and then.
Pat him, Gene.
I think I just rubbed my shoulder. I don't think I...
No, John, you were like, I went to university and my college professor told me.
I have 3 college degrees.
I was kind of hesitant to say, hey, well, if you're crediting your professor from the class, I mean, how is that arrogant compared to, citing...
Professor.
Huh?
I didn't even graduate high school. How the fuck I got a professor in goddamn college?
Well, I'm saying that, typically a professor is, considered a pundit compared to a teacher. They're the ones that are usually...
in college.
Well, I'm just saying that, if you read a book and you cite that, is that arrogant compared to...
Yes.
So if you go to college and you use the information you obtain from college...
Those who don't teach.
That makes you arrogant?
Those who can't
Those
teach.
are teachers. Professors don't just teach. Professors are academics. Landon most likely teaches at university. Professors do more than just...
Landon is the dumbest man I've ever met in my life.
Do you even know what a professor is? Because,
yeah, I've seen the X-Men.
you pretty much have to have a PhD to be a professor. So a professor is going to be
Did
a
you
pundit.
literally try to make... Did you literally insult me by saying I don't know what a professor was? Did you really just do that, though?
Well,
Did you really? Like, I don't know what a fada is. I know what a fada is. A PhD, I can say that word. Fada.
Okay, but
Did Raisin freeze? Oh no, she blinked as soon as I said
No,
that.
I'm reading an article that's
Like,
actually
when I
blaming
mentioned-
CBS and their reporting of
yes,
the
they did
Marshall
it
Mo's
because
broadcast. But I'm looking at the Smithsonian website. It's Smithsonian Magazine, but
They don't shit.
well, it's a decently
Smithsonian?
long article.
Nah, it's Smithsonian. Good shit.
no, but I went out of my way to not sound
You
arrogant.
went out of your way to. I'm professor.
Yeah, I
No,
go
I
out of
went
my
out
way
of
to
my way.
I'm
research, not just to
joking.
sound a
I'm
certain way.
joking, John. I'm kidding.
Fucking Gene.
But there's so many
Know it
people
all.
that
You
it's
know
like
it all.
there's so many people where it's like if you like cite sources from like a book or discuss stuff you learned in class, they're like oh, you're arrogant. It's like, isn't arrogance when you don't have any reason to believe that you know something about a topic? Like, knowledge is a justified true belief, so thinking you know about a topic because you've researched it, that's arrogant?
Arrogance is thinking arrogance is thinking that you're better than someone.
Arrogance is believing that you're more competent or you're, like, at a greater level of
It's
efficiency
thinking
than you
that you're
actually
better
are.
than someone because of it.
Well, I'm
Well,
definitely
that's being
arrogant.
elitist. Here, let me look up the
I know
definition of
I'm
arrogance.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to work off definitions. That makes me much happier.
Well,
I'll continue to read about War of the Worlds and how
Yes, I
you
think
you
you
actually
use that
were.
for...
You don't, because a while back you pulled up a new definition of something. It wasn't the original definition of it, but whatever.
Well, then you could look at the etymology of it. You should be able to track that
So,
and see where it's
having
evolved.
a revealing or an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities.
Correct.
So, you think
Yeah.
that you're more capable than you actually are. You think you're more important than you actually are.
Do you think arrogance is only applying to people who have like issues with, like, basically the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Well, to some extent, like that's what it is. Like, you think you clearly think you're more competent than somebody else when you're not. So, I mean...
So you're saying it's only arrogant if you're not actually more competent than someone else?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not-
what arrogance is. Being an elitist might be like, hey,
I don't think
like-
it has anything to do with you being better than someone else. It has to do with you thinking
that's
you're
what the
better than you are.
definition.
It doesn't
That's
have to
what
do
the
with
yeah, you
competition
think
between you
you're
and other people. It's you thinking.
What if I don't think and I just know it?
Yeah,
you being-
arrogant is
Importance
when-
or abilities.
Yeah,
So,
thinking too
If
highly
you
of
if you're
yourself.
if you have an exaggerated sense of importance because of your abilities, then that still falls under arrogance.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, when it comes to your
Just because you have more knowledge or
Yeah, but if you
abilities
act
does
like-
not mean you should be more important.
well, if you're acting like
You're being ableist, John, and
No,
arrogant.
if you're acting
She's
like
disabled.
you're
Yes, you
deserving
called
of,
me
like-
disabled. That really wasn't nice.
if you're
John
acting
Morgan,
like
that
you're
was super mean.
deserving of a greater level of respect because, let's say, you have a higher level of education.
So why
that
don't we
allows you
define
to-
importance then? Let's see. What is the definition of importance?
Yeah, but I'm saying if you act like you're better than somebody because you happen to have a higher level of education in the sense that I can treat this person poorly or I can be rude and disrespectful towards them, then yeah, that's
the fact of being of great significance or value. Do you
Like,
think it makes you
that's-
of greater value and significance when you know more
depending
things?
on what
Or you
area.
have more abilities?
Depending on what area. If you think you have greater
Well,
value,
then that's arrogant, John.
that's not arrogant because
By definition.
you have an exaggerated sense of importance.
Yeah.
If it's
Yes.
not an exaggerated sense of importance, so
By your standards, or see, what if I say, in my opinion, it is that you're not actually more
Well,
important than
we
that
have to
person
discuss
based
how-
on your ability.
well, we have
Maybe
to
that
discuss-
person is important too,
You're
in
kinda
their own
talking over
special
me.
way. Okay, I am.
Well, I'm saying you have to find some way to measure the level of importance, but it's like if it's something like we need somebody who's I guess competent at like flying this this plane. And a person, they do achieve the metrics or whatever needed for that, and they're able to follow through with it, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm qualified, I can do this, and they can actually do it. That's not having an exaggerated sense of their own importance. An exaggerated sense of their own importance would be like, yeah, I'm the person for this job, when they're not qualified and they don't know what they're doing. So
are you doing the same thing alcoholics do when they say I'm not an alcoholic because I don't drink out of a brown paper bag?
no, I'm saying if a person doesn't act
Because
like
you can
they're...
define one type of arrogance doesn't excuse your own.
If a person doesn't act like their skill in an area means that they're just better than somebody all around. So like, let's say,
y'all.
Oh, now we're adding the all around. We like to shift the goalpost, don't we, John?
Damn, Gene.
I think what you're saying is
Pedantic.
just a non sequitur.
I
I
think
think you're using those terms improperly.
I know for a fact that I'm better than all you people.
That's so arrogant, Pimpaclaus.
Big Klaus.
But in all seriousness, I do think the word arrogant is a very overused word. And I do think that one of the more telltale signs of arrogance is when people like to call other people arrogant.
Stop being arrogant.
Are you calling me arrogant, John Morgan?
Well, not you. I know you're
No.
goofing around, but
I am. I don't care.
But I do think that there are a lot of people like you disagree with them and they just kind of like laugh and roll their eyes. They act like oh, they clearly know more than you do, and then it's like they don't even have a basic understanding of the topic. And
What is the topic, John Morgan? Because I was just
The
fucking with you.
topic-
yeah, I'm not
topic now-
talking about you. I'm talking about.
Well, the topic now is that we gotta go ahead and end this show.
Oh.
'Cause I told you we was only doing an hour. Because I don't feel phenomenal.
Because you're really Krampus dressed as Pimpaclaus.
I am cramping. It's my time of the month.
Damn. Aunt Flo's there.
Cousin liquidation. I don't know. But it is time to go. Nobody tipped tonight, which makes me sad.
All right, I'm gonna put links in the chat to the stream. I'm starting up right after this. We're doing Jackbox.
Yep. He's jacking off in a box.
Jacking and boxing.
What's in the box?
It's a jack off in the box.
Well, yeah, anyways, make sure you check out tomorrow night's stream. And next week, next Saturday, week from Saturday, we are doing the movie night. So,
Which
What are we
movie are you
watching this
watching?
month?
I don't know. It's going to be a great Christmas movie. Probably Gremlins
Yes.
or Die Hard. I'm not sure which.
Watch,
Doubleheader for Christmas.
No X Noel.
No, it's going to be a true Christmas movie like Gremlins
Passion of the Christ.
and Die Hard. Which I actually, I like Passion. I thought if you take the religion out of it, it's a good ass movie.
It's a funny movie, right?
Story's a story.
It's a good
Anyways.
comedy. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's time to go. Thank you all. Make sure you check out tomorrow's night. Go check out Shabisky after this. Sorry we're going short tonight, but I don't feel well, and I got to get up early in the morning and go take care of some shit. So,